what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Runa, and today I am doing a very fun video. We're doing the Sephora, and we're doing a full face of Sephora products because y'all know the epic Sephora VIB sales going on. Sephora is having a sale, and y'all know Sephora never has a sale. They do like these 2 sales a year, and you're just like, hey, everybody wants to know what's up with those sales, right? So today I want to do a full face of products that I would use from Sephora, that I consistently buy from Sephora, that I stock up on in the Sephora VIB sale. Usually I use a Sephora VIB sale as a time to basically stock up on items that I always buy, that I always love to buy. And then I do get some stuff that I want to like try out, because in case I like it and I want to keep it, I'm getting it at 20% off. So why not? Or is it 15%? I'm not sure. Or is it 20%? But anyways, you guys, I never know my sales. I will link down below what the sales are going on. I'll give you guys all the details down below. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys like videos like this, and comment down below and like the video. Let's get started. Guys, so we're gonna start off with brows, because I always do brows first in my whole makeup routine. I know for some people that may be crazy, because it's even crazy for me sometimes, because I do accidentally wipe off my brows when I'm in the middle of putting on my foundation. I'm gonna recommend that you guys get the highbrow. I like the highbrow because you can actually shape your brows. So I like using the highbrow just to give my brows the shape that I need. Instead of using concealer, I'll just use this to go in and get that shape that I need. So there you go, that's the shape. And I just go in with my Precisely brow pencil, and I just go very light-handedly, and I will just fill in my brows. And what I like to do is I like to just fill in the areas that are like sparse. I don't try to like just go in and fill everything in, because I do like my brows to look very realistic still. So I just fill in the areas that are sparse. I just love, this is in the shade 4.5. I love the tones of these Benefit brow pencils. They're actually really nice. They're very natural. They don't look harsh on your skin tone. I just love how natural they look on my skin tone. And I love how the wax is on this, like the wax or whatever they use in this. It's very nice and pigmented, and I don't find myself having to like go crazy or go ham or anything like that. With my brows, like I've got them filled in. They look decent. I'm not the best at brows, but I try my very best. And I think that's what makeup's about. It's all about trying your best, doing your best. And I've always been a firm believer of that. If you try your best and you do your best, you can do anything in the world. And I like to take this Gimme Brow. So this is Gimme Brow. And it's kind of like a brow gel, and it just puts your brows like where they need to be at. And I really like this because it just defines my brows, and it just makes this look less drawed on brow type thing. What I'm gonna go into is skin prepping. I love to skin prep. First thing that I'm gonna do for skin prep, and I do this after I get my brows done, is I'm gonna go in with the Versali Rose Gold Skin Mist. I love this Rose Gold Skin Mist. It's meant to hydrate, prime, and set, and I love it. It does actually hydrate. I still do, and I do like to set with this because I feel like it just has such good, you know, hydration, and it provides really good hydration, and it smells amazing. Just feels good for the skin. I really like this, especially if you have dry skin. This is really good. I wouldn't say it's really good as a primer. I like to spray it on my skin just to refresh my skin, and then I go in with primers and whatever else I want to use. So the next thing that I do like to use is this Milk Makeup. As you can see, I've used it up a lot. This is the Milk Makeup Cooling, I always forget what they call this. It's like the Hydro Cooling Water. And what I like about this, and I love to put it all over my skin, what I love about this is I tend to wake up in the morning with very puffy under eyes and puffy skin and just puffy galore. So I'll just go ahead and just apply all this all over my skin, and this will just like minimize all the puffiness on my face. It just makes my skin nice and like tight and snatched and awake. And it's just amazing for foundation, to put foundation on top, because you don't ever want to put foundation on top of like dull skin or anything like that. So you definitely want to use something like cooling water. I even like wearing this alone and some moisturizer on top. I wouldn't use this as just the moisturizer. I like to use this like more of like a serum type thing. It's really good, and don't sleep on this one. And then after that, I do like to go in with the Unicorn Essence. I really love the Unicorn Essence. The Unicorn Essence is actually like one of my favorites. It's the Skin Enhancing Antioxidant Serum. So it can be used as a serum and a makeup primer. And I love that Versali has this whole like makeup skincare vibe, because I think sometimes people forget that skincare is more important than makeup, and but then people prefer makeup more than skincare. But do you get what I'm saying? Like for me, it's like I love both, so I really love that Farsali was able to make makeup and skincare in one. So this is an antioxidant serum. If I'm gonna put something on my face, I want it to be good for my skin. So I always use this Farsali Unicorn Essence because I just feel like it's a primer and it's super hydrating. It smells good. It's a very cute name and it feels good. And I actually feel like it heals my skin, and it does make my foundation go on like super freaking flawless. I think it has like goji berries in it. It's very healthy for your skin, and it has like this like technology where it just soaks into your skin. Especially if you have dry skin, you want something to soak into your skin. And what else I like about this primer is it's not like it can be mixed with a lot of products because of the way that it's formulated. It doesn't have like any of that like dimethican stuff. I don't know what that is, but I'm not a really big science person. And ingredients. So it just doesn't affect, like, look, I mixed it with the cooling water and now I have the serum going on top of the cooling water, and it's just a beautiful cocktail base, and my skin is ready for foundation and ready for everything. I think it also has, I'm looking on the website, it has some acai berries and blueberries, and then it has vitamin C in it as well. There are a lot of antioxidants in one little jar, and what's really amazing about this is it doesn't leave you that greasy feeling, because I hate that greasy feeling. It's just not for me. Now they do have their rose gold oil. This one was not for me. I don't know, I didn't enjoy it as much as I love the Unicorn Essence. I think the Unicorn Essence is like my holy grail product. I need that product in my life at all freaking times. I always like to prime my lips with this eyeshadow primer by Urban Decay. This is actually one of my favorites, but do keep in mind, I think this eyeshadow primer is more for somebody who is an everyday eyeshadow wearer or everyday makeup person. They're like, well, my eyeshadow tends to crease a lot, so I'm gonna wear it. Or if you're someone who does cut creases, or if you're someone who's like into like very elaborate eyeshadows, this is definitely not gonna be for you. I would rather just go with the MAC paint pot, because that will give you much more pigmentation for your eyeshadow. But if you're someone that just every day you wear like everyday eyeshadow, this is great for you because it's easy to apply, because it has this applicator and you just go in and you just apply it. This has been one of my favorites. It's a holy grail. I'm always using this. I can't ever stop using this because I just feel like it's such a good eyeshadow primer. And then I just go in and I just dab out this with a brush, because I like to evenly apply my primer. So I think it's just, you know, it just makes sense. Okay guys, so let's talk eyeshadow palettes from Sephora. I am super into the Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes. I love both of them. I love the rose gold one too, but I can't find my rose gold one. I don't know where I put it. It's somewhere in my beauty room. I love all of her eyeshadow palettes. They're really good. They are a little bit pricey. She does charge $65 for each eyeshadow palette. I do think these eyeshadow palettes are worth $50, but $65 is pushing it, but they're still worth it. They're still a staple. They're still something that I would love to continuously always use. And then there's also the Natural Lust palette. This is the newest item that they have, and this is my most favorite item that they have. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this palette today because I'm just like really hooked on this palette. And then they also have the new Naked Reloaded palette, which I also love as well. It's so freaking pretty. This one's like really easy to use, and this one's really affordable. I think out of all four palettes, these two are my all-time favorites right now because of the price and then the pigmentation. Huda Beauty, their palettes are just mostly like collectors, and they're really nice at the same time, and they work really well, and you get some beautiful, remarkable looks from her palettes. And if they're 20% off, I think they're affordable, especially right now. Like, you should really get your hands on some of the Huda Beauty palettes, because originally, like, not on sale, I think they're really expensive, but on sale, let's get them, right? That's when I would buy her palettes. And I would also get this Too Faced palette too, because it's like so score. I love it. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the Too Faced palette. This is their Natural Lust palette. This is like the newest palette that just came out. So we're gonna go in with that color Spank Me, and we're just gonna work that in to the crease. So I love to take like a really dark color and like that, and I love to just like continuously mix it into my eyes and just blow it out into my crease. And that's how I make it like super easy for me to do eyeshadow. I usually like to make my eyeshadow just a two-step process and not take too long to do the eyeshadow. And I really, really, really like this eyeshadow palette. Like, I feel like it's pigmented It's really nice. So you just keep on blending this out, and like as you're blending it, you'll see that it just starts to blend into like a really like different lighter color. So it already looks like you already have a transition color. That's like a little secret hack that I like to do just to avoid having to do like 3 steps. I just do 1 step and I just use a darker color and I just go low and I start blending it out really well. So if you can see how beautifully this eyeshadow palette blends out, it is like my favorite. And I'm not a huge Too Faced fan. I don't like everything from Too Faced because I feel like sometimes their products are not as pigmented for my brown skin. But this palette, I'm very shocked. It's just, it's off the heezy. It's amazing. So I'm gonna just go in and use this color Hard to Get. It's kind of like a bronzy silvery color. It's very unique to me. And I was like, you know what? I really wanna do a very bronzy lid. I haven't done a bronzy lid in like forever. So this is the eyeshadow without any, like, of course I'm gonna spray it because I always do. And look at how pretty that is. That is like fire. I love it. Somebody on my Instagram said I never do neutral looks. Well, this one's for you. I actually do a lot of neutral looks, even though I don't like doing neutral looks, but I do them because sometimes that's just what I want to wear. But do I like them? No, I rather like cake my face with color all day, but sometimes you gotta do things because it's just easier to wear neutrals. That's why I do it. It is really easier to just like pop on some neutrals sometimes, and you just really ain't got time. With color, you do gotta play a little bit longer, but I mean, with neutrals, you could just kind of like bada bing, bada boom type thing, and that's like basically what I'm doing right now. I know Ulta sells MAC now, which is pretty cool. Can't believe I'm talking. Oh, like, if you're someone like me, you don't discriminate with brands. You kind of try everything out. You kind of love trying everything out. So it's okay that I just dropped all those brand names right there. Okay, so we're just gonna look at how that is just gorgeous, you guys. It's so pretty. I'm gonna go back in with Spank Me and just, redefine that crease. Just redefine it. I always love to redefine the crease even after I put on my lashes because it just like, umps things up. I do love doing my complicated stuff, and you guys know I love doing that, and you guys love when I do it too, and it's a fun way to like teach and talk about stuff. But today's video is more like about using the product and telling you what products I love and what I would buy right now for the Sephora VIB. So the next product is this roller liner. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this roller liner. I have the hardest time finding good eyeliners. My favorite eyeliner is the NYC eyeliner from drugstore. They disappeared. I don't know what happened to them. It's like $16 to buy an eyeliner nowadays. Benefit Cosmetics was like, dang, I can see the struggle that a lot of these eyeliner lovers are having. So we're gonna come out with the best eyeliner in the market right now, and this is a roller liner. I love this. It's a felt tip. I usually don't like felt tip liners because these dry out really fast, and I was expecting the same thing with this one, but it has not dried out. It's super dark and it doesn't crack at all. No cracking, super dark, stays proof, like stays proof, stays in place, and it doesn't go anywhere. And at the same time, it's really easy to get like really precise, wing liners. It looks really, really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and use this. I would def stock up on this liner right now because they're 20% off, so why not? If you're someone who wears liner a lot, you should def stock up on it. So I'm just gonna do like a very simple liner and keep it like cute. You could definitely use this liner to do a simple liner and to do a dramatic liner, but I wanted to do simple today because it's like more of an everyday look. But this is thebomb.com. If you get anything from VIP, make sure you put this in your little cart. So now we're gonna do foundation. Right now I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere foundation. I actually really, really love this foundation. It's super good for an everyday foundation. My other favorite is also the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. You guys, I really completely changed around my room, and I definitely can't find anything in my beauty room right now because, as you can see, I even have a table back there, and if you look at my other videos, I've never had that before. So my video is kind of all over the place because I'm going through a revamp of my beauty room, and I'm trying to just keep my marbles together. So this is the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Foundation. I really love this coverage foundation, which is very rare for me because I love full coverage foundation, but it kind of acts like a full coverage foundation. It does have a skincare in this foundation, so it's healthy for your skin, and I love that. I was just saying that I love foundations that are healthy for your skin. That is very important for me, so that's why I'm just gonna use this today, because this is kind of a foundation that I just really want to rock out right now. And then I also love the Naked Skin Urban Decay foundation. This is a great foundation. This is in medium dark. This is actually very light. It almost has a BB cream vibe to it. So if you're someone that doesn't like to wear a lot of makeup and you just really want a good foundation that has good coverage, but then it has a very lightweight vibe to it, then this this one and done foundation is great. It has SPF 20 in it, so it's very good for the summer. It's definitely a summer foundation. This is something that I tend to rock a lot. If you can see, I'm almost pretty much done with it. I'm always wearing it. It's just my go-to foundation. You guys also know the Natural Radiant Longwear NARS one is my favorite. Don't forget to check them all down below. I will categorize all items that I find my favorite down below. You'll get more information in my description box. But as for today, let's go ahead and use the Lumiere. I don't know why I use sponges to apply foundation when I know I like to just use a brush. I like to use a sponge like after I'm done, just to like, you know, blend everything in and like lock it in and stuff like that. But honestly, a brush, especially this IT Cosmetics Flawless foundation brush, is like my favorite. It's just easier, it's faster, everything goes on nice and seamless. You could blend everything on really good. I'm just gonna go in with a beauty blender. This is an actual beauty blender. Beauty blender is a great sponge to also get from Sephora. It is pricey, and I think Real Techniques is way better. And as I told you guys, since this is a Sephora video, I'm using it, but I usually don't like to use Beauty Blender anymore. They're kind of weird with their marketing. I get now they're like, oh, we were just joking about our marketing. They have a very interesting sense of humor. Guys, I do have a slight bit of an obsession with concealers. My favorite ones are Too Faced. Their one is really good. This is so amazing. I do love this concealer. I love the color range. They have a bunch of color ranges for all skin tones. I love that. It also is not as drying on your under eyes as like, you know, Shart. I always say Shart. What the fudge? Shape Tape by Tarte. That one's a little too drying for me, so I don't use that. This has a similar consistency and similar application, and it has like that huge applicator, which makes this easier to apply. And I just like this better because it's much more hydrating for your under eyes, and it doesn't crease as much as the Shape Tape does for me. The Shape Tape is just way too drying for me. I also love this Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. This does crease a little bit on me, because so you need very little of this to use under your eyes, but I just love how glowy and woken up I look when I use this concealer. And then my other concealer favorite is the YSL Touche Eclat Radiance Concealer, and this is also like, hello, I just had a huge cup of coffee. I'm energized. I'm ready to love the world, say happy things to everybody, and not be my grouchy self that I really am. That's what this concealer is. It glides on really good. If you have mature skin, I think this concealer is better for you because it's hydrating and it plumps your under eyes. So you're not going to get the creasing, and you're not going to get that sunken look. You're going to get like a more of a puff, nice look. This is definitely good for people who are with more mature skin. I would stay away from this one for mature skin, because this is a little, I don't know, it just doesn't work really good if you have fine lines, but it's really good if you have dark circles. If you have dark circles, this is really good, and so is the multi-use by Born This Way. This is really good if you have dark circles, but stay away from this one if you have dark circles. So it's like, these are my favorites. I'm going to use this multi-use concealer because I really love this, and I'm going to, you know, this is like something new for me. I always do like the hue. You know what? I'm not going to stop being myself. This is in the shade Golden Beige. I like Golden Beige. It's not too light for my under eyes, and it's not like, I just love how it has that golden undertone. And then I'm just going to use the Beauty Blender, and I'm going to blend this out. I'm going to go into my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. I really love using this underneath my eyes because this also wakes up my eyes, and I just use it underneath right here. It's kind of like a setting powder as well, but it's more of a glowy powder. I try to avoid going underneath my eyes with a translucent powder because it starts to look really cakey, so I avoid that. So I'll just go in with this ethereal light and I'll set with this powder because it just looks better than using a translucent powder to set, because that's just going to, oh my gosh, it looks crazy to me. So I really like to do this because it makes your skin look really glowy. It looks so pretty. Just looks like you have a really nice glow. As you can see, it just looks nice and glowy. I do not like to use setting powder underneath my eyes. I really try to avoid it. But I do go ahead and use my Laura Mercier powder. I like to use the Laura Mercier powder. I know you guys are like, these are so many damn products. But if you want to have a flawless look, and obviously I'm using more products than I usually would, and but this is usually like what I do to my face, but I do it much more faster, and it seems like it's taking me forever, but it's because I'm explaining to you guys, but it's usually really fast. So I like to use my Laura Mercier powder over here in this area, because what it does is it sets the foundation really good and gives it like a nice flawless vibe, and then it just becomes really easy to also apply like the blush, the bronzer, and stuff like that. I cannot wear foundation like this. I have to put some type of bronzer, I have to put some type of blush on, and usually sometimes my blush and my bronzer does skip on me, so I like to just put on the Laura Mercier powder and set it, and just make it like super easy to wear, and just, you know, tap it out. And then once I do that, I like to always go in with a stippling brush like this, and I just like make sure I take off any excess powder. So guys, now it's time to add some contour and highlight to my face. I'm gonna go ahead and use this Kevin Aquan, the contour book. This is the Art of Sculpting and Defining Volume 3. I really love this whole thing. It's actually really nice, and this is really easy to use because it has the highlighters, it has the sculpting lights, and then it has the blush. I don't like the blush that much, but I like this all over here, and I will use the blush occasionally if I'm in a quick hurry, but I think this is a great contour kit to use. I love the shades because they're not like super ashy or super red or anything. It has more of a golden vibe to them, and I really like to mix medium and deep together. Like a really nice contour, you just mix them together, they look flawless. I'm gonna go ahead and use this highlighting brush from Anastasia. I think Sephora does sell this as well. I'm gonna go ahead and take Flash and Beam. I'm gonna take both of these colors, and I'm just going, ooh, so pretty, you guys. I do love these highlighters because they're so easy to wear, and they're just not crazy. Like, they're just, reminds me of a very high fashion look. It's not super glowy, but then it's not subtle. It just looks perfect. So I love these highlighters. Really feeling a very orangey, bricky blush. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this Exhibit A by NARS. This is really cute, just a little bit. You don't want too much because then it's gonna look insane. So you just wanna go in with very little. You just wanna dab this on. This is so pretty on tan skin. This Exhibit A color is so pretty on tan skin. Hands down, right now my most favorite lipsticks are the Laura Mercier Velour Extreme Matte Lipsticks. These are my favorite. They come in different colors. My favorite right now is Fire, and I love it because they're these easy pencil type of lipsticks, and I love these type because it's just so easy to get the right precision. It's like a orange red, so pretty, literally looks like fire. I love how this color looks on me. Let me go put on some lashes and you guys will see the va-va-voom of this look. Here you guys go. That is the finished look of all of my full face of Sephora picks, especially for the VIB. I hope you guys enjoyed the info that I gave you guys on all of these Sephora picks. Don't forget to comment down below, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications, and have fun shopping. Let me know what you guys do. Are you guys gonna use this time to buy staples, or are you gonna try some new stuff? Comment down below and let me know. I'm super excited. Also, don't forget, in the description there's going to be a bunch of more details. I'll also share some hair care items down below. I'm so sorry, you guys, that I did not do hair care items or hair care routines for Sephora right now, but I will link them down below so you guys can know. And then I will have a more detailed video on my hair care routines and the things that I buy from Sephora in the next video. I'm so sorry about that, but I love you guys so much, and see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bangla, till I do Gari.